Hi, chat.
film this dinner. Those pretzels, honey mustard, amazing, amazing pretzels if you've never had them.
Yo. Yo. I need this. Yeah.
Zero point is destabilized. The 7 are restless. And we're facing unimaginable odds. Jones said nobody knows the 0 point like you.
He's not wrong. You need me.
We do. Very much.
all the seats. But at the last minute, the other party canceled, leaving us the entire restaurant all to ourselves. At first, I thought the chef would be upset and that we wouldn't have quite as good of a meal, but instead of cheese sticks, love string cheese. All right. Oh wait, they have baby milk. Here we go. And you open up the wax, and then boom. And it tastes a little bit like plastic and wax, but it's still good. And then if you combine this with a Funyun, now we're talking. Okay, let's go. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the actual set.
1-2-Go will get you to your destination at the touch of a button on your smartphone. Booking bus tickets to your next intended destination.
So cool. I don't even know where to start. Why don't we start at the pantry? Because that's my favorite part. I want to see the food, right? Here's some of the equipment that contestants can use. Like I said, they have everything you could ever imagine. Pizza oven, ice cream maker. This right here, I believe, is the blast chiller. Yes, so you make rice and then you want to form it into something and make a sushi burger. You want to blast chill that rice to get it hard enough that you can form it into that burger patty, and then you pull it out and you can still make your dish within the time limit, right? This is where they can get things like ice if they want to blanch some green beans and they want to throw it in there and cold shock them. There you go. Pantry is the best part, okay? Look at this. We'll just go down the line. They can literally pick from anything they want. So look up here, you have all these fresh herbs, right? You've got dill, my favorite herb personally. You've got green onions back here. And there's even things like, you probably don't even know what that is, micro amaranth. All different types of spice here if you want to get crazy. What else do we got here? We got cactus down here. This is a good example of the fact that they have literally everything. Cactus, spinach, snow peas. I'll tell you a little secret. They have these coconuts back here that are meant to be for the contestants to use coconut water. I've been just drinking them. I've been taking them when I walk by. I just drink them. So if anyone ever needs coconut water and there's none, we got blood orange puree, cherry puree, mango puree, raspberry puree, white peach puree, all these different beautiful berries back here. When's the last time you saw rhubarb, right? Guava paste. It's amazing. If you're doing any kind of Asian cuisine, you're going to want that ginger garlic paste right there. Roasted garlic. It's nice that they give them pre-roasted garlic. I wouldn't personally. I may be a little bit meaner on that front, but I would make them make their own roasted garlic. Look at all these roots down here. Heads of ginger, fennel. You got that amazing licorice. I love using fennel fronds to top off the dish. That's awesome. And truly one of my favorites, leeks. Love leeks. In fact, I use leeks instead of onion all the time. Beautiful spread of mushrooms, actually. Again, you have literally everything, and we've only just begun. Let's keep going over here to these ones. What else we got? The dairy fridge. If they want any kind of dairy, they've got unsalted butter, salted butter, buttermilk, heavy cream, whole milk. Oh, white miso. Love that. It's amazing. There's so much here. Every single type of cheese imaginable. Look at that. If you're making a burger and you need to get some slices of cheddar, or slices of Havarti, or maybe you want some baby Swiss, or Munster, or sharp cheddar, or white American, anything. It's incredible. All right, next fridge. The meat fridge. Just right away, look at this salmon. How beautiful is that salmon? Look at that. It's perfect. Imitation crab stick. That'd be really fun to make something with. Jumbo lump crab here. I'm gonna be honest. I might just eat a little. I haven't had lunch yet, so salmon eggs, some bowfin caviar. If you're trying to make a true Italian carbonara, you've got authentic guanciale here, which can be kind of hard to find, actually. Every cut of chicken you could ever need on this tray right here. The culinary department does such a good job keeping everything organized. This looks like all stocks, right? Seafood stock, beef stock, chicken stock, vegetable stock. These are just foundations of flavor already right there for you. It's amazing. You know, the reason they give things like this is because it's a little unfair to ask someone to make chicken stock in a 30-minute challenge, right? It's just not an easy thing to do. What I would do is I would grab that chicken stock, then I would go grab some leeks, some carrots, some celery, some onions, and I would fortify that chicken stock to make it even more flavorful. And that's how you get creative and use it and kind of lift it up a little bit, wake it up, and still do some work, you know? I mean, just like take a look from right back here at everything. All the numbers of the contestants in the stand. So Terry will choose them from the crowd by going to those little mixers right there, they call them. It's almost like a random ball machine that picks a number. Look how many lights and cameras, and I don't even know what all this stuff is, to be honest with you, but it's almost like you're in a nightclub and you can like press buttons and the lights do all kind of crazy stuff. Before we look at the rest of the pantry, maybe I'll show you around a little bit because there's a whole other side to the pantry, but follow me this way. I love these lights, by the way. See right there? Look at this. Look how big everything is. I'm a big fan of the orange and blue theme here. While we're here, I already talked about it, so let's go. Harry comes up here. He looks a lot better than I do, okay? He's smiling. He's getting everyone happy. And he presses a button, and this thing spins. And then look, this is a random ball that just came out of this, right? About bake sale, right? And then he announces that, and then he walks over here to this one that says Cooks on it. And inside this ball machine, there's a ball for every single number that's in that audience right there. And then they randomly pick down Cooks that way. up on this wall here, you got the $100,000 prize money. On the screen above, as people are eliminated, that number's going to go down. So that's pretty crazy. These are just some of the bowls that people can pick and choose from. The fun part about a cooking competition is that, let's say that 2 people want to
Found
plate
it.
their dish on something wood, right? Look, over here, this is basically the only option. So only 3 people really have the chance to grab something. Once that's gone, that's it. And then you have to choose something else if you didn't get there in time. So you have to make these choices in one of these competitions. You have to say, okay, do I run first to the pantry to get the ingredients and grab the guanciale or the bacon before it's gone? Or do I come get my plate that I want and then hope that there's bacon? So you gotta kind of make these choices as you cook. More equipment, right? So you've got deep fryers, you've got a sous vide here, you've got a vacuum sealer right here, you've got even more deep fryers right here, air fryers. Let's just look at one of the stations here. This is what every cook gets on their station, right? It comes with a cutting board, all these utensils that we talked about earlier, it comes with salt, comes with pepper, 2 different types of oil. You've got your kind of cooking, high heat searing oil, right? Your neutral oil with a high smoke point, and then you've got your olive oil, which is probably better for like finishing, you can make a little dressing with it, vinaigrette, whatever. Butter, big pot of boiling water at every station because you never know when you're gonna need boiling water. 6-burner range with the griddle top on it, which is really nice. These are beautiful ovens, by the way. So stay right here. I'm just gonna run up and show you how, just the depth of this place. But look at this. Ready? Wow, it's a great view from up here. This is a better view than I have when they're cooking. It's a lot of space up here. I'll switch with you. I'll see you in a second. Really cool, right? See what I mean by the view up there being really good? If I was a contestant on the show and I got given a random number, I would probably rather got a high number than a low number. You can see everything from those high numbers, but if you're like number 1 or number 10, you only really get the view of the fryer. So I would have wanted to be like number 96, and you're way up there and you get a good view. Let's continue on. Look at all the cookware here. So you've got your mixer, you've got instant pots, you've got cast irons, you've got woks, you've got everything you can need. This is great. I haven't taken a careful enough look at this. Ooh, you know I've been using the butane torches, right? Those are great. Look at that. Oh my god. Alright, no one should use that. I feel like that's, I mean, there's just so much to choose from. And then look at this. I'm going to come back to you because for the ingredients there, see that GoPro there? It's like the little sneaky GoPro to capture when the chefs are fighting over stuff at the very beginning. All different nuts, and then right under that you have nut butters, some dried fruits. It's like a grocery store. They're very thoughtful with how they organize things. All the different types of sugar. Did you even know there were that many types of sugar? Look at that. Turbinado sugar, dark muscovado, brown coconut sugar, light brown sugar, powdered sugar, honeycomb. When's the last time you saw raw honeycomb like that? Look at that. Beautiful. It's amazing. The problem is a lot of these home cooks, they just use like 10% of what's here, which is really frustrating for me and Alex because we're sitting there like, hey, go get the honeycomb. Don't you just use honey on the top of your dish, you know? Make something fun. But it's also overwhelming. I understand why you would skip over certain stuff because you're not used to having this much at home, right? Every single thing you could imagine. Oven-ready lasagna sheets, all kinds of hot sauces up here, tons and tons of dried chilies, which is so cool. Like, and I love wahito. Chile de árbol right here. All different kinds of rice. Oh man, I always want puffed rice. Like if you were to mix with this rice or puffed farro, like a crispy puffed farro. I love turning any of these grains here into like a crunchy, crispy topping for your dish. Bonito flakes. There's a lot of like Japanese type stuff over here. Fried garlic, bonito soup stock. This is like a little curry, Japanese sambal. Very Indonesian. Like again, everything you could imagine. Fish sauce, some like Southeast Asian type things. Shaoxing cooking wine, like Chinese cooking wines, right? It's crazy. All the different spices, pretty much too many to count. You got literally everything you could possibly imagine. Look at all that stuff. And one of the really cool parts is they have my salt down here. Check that out. This is pretty fun. So I've seen a lot of the cooks using Osmo to finish off their dishes with because it's like that light, crunchy, crispy flake. That's not too big like the Maldon flakes. It's very small and delicate. It's delicious. More produce. Beautiful pomegranates. I have not seen a single home cook use pomegranate yet, which please use some pomegranate. We got every kind of fruit imaginable here. Lots of potatoes, every kind of onion, and then of course your breads, right? I'd be going for the Japanese style milk bread every time. Love that. Watch out for this thing right here. This is called a jib. This thing can reach all the way out there. So when something's happening deeper in the kitchen, it can go and reach, and it can go overhead, or it can go from the side, or it can kind of fly all around, which is really, really cool. And watch as it spins. Check this out. You can like spin it back and forth from there. This is just the craziest kind of camera there is. It's so cool. Let's take a closer look at these cameras. These are just all those like big TV cameras. They're really, really cool. Look at them. They're nuts. I don't understand how they work, but they got their... I'm not even going to pretend to explain this to you. I got nothing. Crazy giant cameras, you know? Like when we shoot videos, the camera that we're shooting on right now, I'll just show you how big it is. If you stay right there, it's about this big, the camera that you're watching on right now. And then this one is, as you can see, this big. So the videos I shoot, they're this big. And then, yeah.